Well, first of all, this chapter is for those of you who have not been involved in creating a local history lesson plan or unit or project. I think it's the most exciting thing you can do for young people, particularly 8th graders, 9th graders, and 10th graders, getting them involved in their own backyards, so to speak. When I first went to teach in Rye, I met the former social studies teacher, Mr. Smith, and he left me an awful lot of materials that he used in his own teaching, and I was fortunate enough to find a lot of local histories that his students had written. And I spent several days going through a lot of the students' work from previous years and thought, maybe I could do something very, very similar. And so I did. I started playing around, and I went to the public library. And of course, I say of course, every town has a local history. In my case, it was Parsons' History of Rye. It was published in 1905, and it became a framework for what I eventually taught to my students during the fall. And the reason I say the fall was because the fall was an appropriate time for me to teach local history because in fall we teach colonial history in most U.S. history courses. And since our town started in 1623, it was the appropriate time to teach local history. Well, going to the library, we found lots of additional local resources. You can find school records, birth and death records at the town hall, church records. All communities have churches. In most churches, I keep pretty interesting records. You can use census records, photographs, buildings, cemeteries, one of my favorite ones, and oral history, because every community has people who have stories to tell. So when we get to thinking about creating a community history, all we need to do is to go to the local historical museum or the local library. And folks, there are just tons of unlimited resources that will help you create the projects that hopefully you will create yourself. And hopefully some of them will be award-winning projects. Thank you very much.